no challenge permitted. Once appointed, that is it. Investigators have the right to question people, anybody who may be acquainted with the facts and circumstances of an offence. But you can't be excused from answering any question on the ground that the answer to such question will incriminate or may tend to directly or indirectly to incriminate such person. But that person, provided that no such answer which a person shall be compelled to give, shall subject him to any arrest or prosecution or be proved against him in any criminal proceeding. So, obligation of disclosure, you have to answer the questions. No right of silence, so that you keep the information to yourself. Within the Bangladesh Code of Criminal Procedure, that is completely contrary to what the national law says. Again, disclosure, Article 9 under the statute, must be at least 3 weeks before the commencement of the trial. We've seen the scale of these trials, and nice to know that it's just at least 3 weeks before. I suppose you've got 21 days to get on with the work. And the defence disclosed their list of witnesses at the time of the commencement of the trial, so not even at the time of the commencement of the defence case. Prosecution, Article 10, under the trial procedure, first sum up, then the defence. But if any witness is examined by the defence, the prosecution have the right to sum up its case after the defence has done so. So a reversal of the usual roles. And the tribunal may, in order to discover or obtain proof of relevant facts, ask any questions that it pleases, and neither are the prosecution nor the defence entitled to object to any such question without or order without the leave of the tribunal to cross-examine any witness upon any answer given. Case we've just finished, we have quite often objected to questions the judges were going to ask as being either poorly put, lacking in clarity, or downright rubbish. Article 11, powers of the tribunal. The tribunal, for the purpose of enabling any accused person to explain any circumstances appearing in the evidence against him, the tribunal may at any stage of the trial, without any previous warning, start to question the accused person. So they can say, well, what do you think of this? And take the proceedings on a different course. If the accused decides not to answer this spontaneous questioning by the judges, they can't compel him to answer, but here are some very familiar words. But the tribunal may draw such inference from such refusal or answers as it thinks just. So the last Labour government, obviously following the Bangladesh criminal justice system closely, decided to incorporate and modify our criminal code and keep track of the pace of their developing criminal justice system. Pardon. Any stage of the trial, a tribunal may, with a view to obtaining the evidence of any person supposed to have been directly or indirectly concerned in offences, tender a pardon to such person on condition of his making a full and true disclosure of the whole circumstances within his knowledge relative to the crime and to every other person concerned. So a rather odd power that during the trial itself the tribunal can issue a pardon, not the usual source of pardoning. Judges are not bound by technical rules of evidence. They may admit reports photographs, newspapers, periodicals, magazines, etc., which it deems to have probative value. They can receive statements from people who are dead, not available, etc., those we're familiar with, or attendance cannot be procured without an amount of delay, whatever that is, or expense, which the tribunal considers unreasonable. And the tribunal shall take judicial notice of official government documents and reports of the United Nations and subsidiary agencies or other international bodies, including NGOs. So reports that go in, we see hundreds of them in our cases, all put in the swim of evidence against someone. And in fact, just to sum this up very quickly now, death penalty is available to the court. So there you have it. That's a pretty draconian measure, and we're going to Bangladesh the week after next to discuss this matter with the Supreme Court, as well as discuss the cases that have just started there. Thank you.